Hi, it's Joanna here, and I'm creating content for you about emotional alignment life coaching. So, I've been creating content to build another new channel, which is a personal development and life coaching channel. And the first thing that I'm creating content about is emotional alignment life coaching. You see, after I was interviewed by Dave Mack, I received a request for a life coaching session from Virginia. And she had great success in her first session. She came with a 5-month weight loss stall as a problem. And she reported to me 5 weeks after the session, where we were finally able to catch up again. She reported that the weight loss stall had broken and she'd lost 6 pounds in the 5 weeks. The great thing about emotional alignment life coaching is that it's not about consciously training you to behave in a different way. It's quite the opposite. We dive deeply into your history to find out at what point in time and what happened to train your subconscious to give you instructions to do something or not do something that worked as a safety mechanism back then, but it's not working anymore. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's holding you back. And so I'm bringing this 9-part series to my carnivore channel because carnivores have problems that carnivore can't solve. And emotional alignment might be your best bet. And I'm looking for volunteers currently to be filmed, as well as normal clients who don't want to be filmed and would rather pay for their session. Either way. And I'm also building a life coaching and personal development channel called School of Self. So please don't consider that your problems are not big enough to warrant emotional alignment life coaching. They're not too big, they're not too small, they're not too anything. If they're problems and they're there to be solved. You have a zero tolerance policy for anxiety and you have a few hurdles that you can't just can't figure out how to jump over, you keep slamming into them. Send me an email. Ask me a question. Find out what this is all about. Come and spend some time. Let me film you and it won't cost you a thing. I really am determined to help as many people as possible, and carnivores are great people, and I'm a carnivore and I'm great people. So I'm sharing this series here because my first brave emotional alignment life coaching client who agreed to be filmed is carnivore.
I'm so grateful to you, Joanna. What you do is so valuable. It's life-changing.
Sweeteners, maybe coffee. Yeah, coffee. I'm going to try to get help getting off coffee. I can't wait for a reply.
Welcome to episode 2. In episode 2, we step into clarification. So once the client has given their perception of the problem that's coming up for them, what's coming up in their awareness currently, we then need to do some clarification. And in this case, I needed to check which direction we needed the coaching session to go. I needed to find out if Virginia perceives whether her mother is malicious. Does she have malicious intent? Does her mother understand how these words are hurting Virginia? I also needed to find out whether Virginia's mother, in Virginia's perception, we have to understand this is the truth that we're working with, the perception of the client. is what we're working with, because that's what the emotions are connected to. The emotion and the perception and the interaction of identity and environment. Checking whether there's malice involved was really important, and checking whether her mother has some kind of qualified opinion was really important to clarify and make clear, not just for my information, but also for Virginia's information further along in the session. I needed to establish a conscious awareness within the client whether her mother means to hurt her, whether her mother has a qualified opinion before we moved on at all. So find out what the answers are to those questions in this episode. Yeah.
Does she think?
So okay. So do you believe that when she's saying something like this, that she's saying it knowing that it hurts you, or this is just something that she believes that's vastly different to what you believe?
Yes, the second one. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she
So
doesn't say it to hurt
you
me.
don't sense her being malicious. It's just a belief that she has about what comes with
Yeah,
biological inheritance.
yeah.
Has she ever had anything to do with adoption of children other than you?
No. No. Although she did just find out last summer that she has a half sister. She has 9. Well, she was one of 9 kids growing up, but then she just found out last summer that they have a half sister,
Mm-hmm.
and she that's and she considers her full sister,
Mm-hmm.
and is very they're building a relationship, but that's different for her. I'm the only other. I'm the only experience she has with adoption
Okay.
in my kid.
Now that we have the answers to the question of whether there's malicious intent and whether Virginia's mother has a qualified opinion, we know the direction that the coaching session needs to take. I am aware of the direction that the coaching session needs to take. So it's really important to clarify around the context of the perceived problem, because sometimes the way that the client is perceiving the problem is incorrect, or perhaps they're explaining what they perceive in a way that is not quite clear in terms of where the source of the problem is. You'll find out in the next episode where we take the coaching session from this point forward. But as you can see, it was really important to have clarification about malicious intent. Was it there or was it not? And does Virginia's mother have an unqualified or a qualified opinion in Virginia's perception? And now we know the answers to those 2 questions. In the next episode, we're going to go a little deeper. If you're interested in putting your hand up to be a filmed emotional alignment client, please email me. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you find out when the next episodes arrive.
I'm so grateful to you, Joanna. What you do is so valuable. It's life-changing.
Sweeteners, maybe coffee. Yeah, coffee. I'm going to try to get help getting off coffee. I can't wait for a reply.